I decided that I want a YouTube plat. So let's get it going. My name is Ace Angels. Ace Angels double on all platforms. Instagram, TikTok, um, Facebook, all that. So what I do or what I like to do is speak. Speak about things that people don't normally speak about things that people don't be comfortable speaking about, shedding some insight on how it actually feels for people that don't really have a voice, and just to connect with the community. Not just, because it's not really a small deal, it's kind of a major deal. Also, of course, to give glory to God and all of His glory. So, what I want to talk about: spiritual warfare on single mothers. This is a topic that's been really plaguing on my mind in a certain type of way. And the reason is because I decided to get a counselor, right? So I go to counselor sessions now. And we are now addressing PTSD that the counselor may think that I have, and just events that led up to the current moment in the mental state that I'm in. My mind just totally blanked out. I'm sorry, y'all. But I want to shed light on how people do not take spiritual warfare, narcissism, neglect, PTSD, emotional neglect, the mentality of being a single mother and people around that influence and make the situation harder important enough. And the reason why I say it's not important enough is because a lot of times people contribute to the problem more than they take from the problem, and then they don't understand how you actually feel about it. I'm stuttering, and I feel like when I stutter, it's the enemy, because I be knowing exactly what I'm saying, how I'm saying, and I be knowing exactly how I feel and how I'm feeling. So when my mind is blanking out, it's just because I'm talking, and every time I tell the truth, I got to go through something, and that should not be, right? And then I tell the truth about things that everybody really should tell the truth about, with the exception of not being comfortable or being a traumatic event or them being scared of the aggressor or the abuser. Let me give y'all an example. Say you be with somebody, right, and you think that you finna have a nice relationship. Come to find out, they the enemy. They horrible. Then when you have a kid, it's even more horrible, right? Some people go through physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse. Like I said, narcissism, anxiety. People go through all of those things. One thing that I feel in the deepest pit of my soul, and something that I cannot say that I regret because it's nothing that I did wrong, but something that does not get heard enough, or when it's spoke about, people don't really take it serious and people don't really listen. How it feels to be the person that constantly gets abused, right? And then if you're empathetic or you're an empath, you know how to feel things that a lot of people don't take it into consideration for themselves to feel. Meaning, sometimes narcissists can trick you to believing that you are actually the problem. You can cry, you can have physical changes. Some people even go through health changes, and I didn't see it. People legitimately can get sick by how bad somebody is treating them. And because for some reason the world likes the narcissist, right? Y'all, my arm getting tired. For some reason the world likes the narcissist, right? Everything that you say as the person that's the victim in the situation won't be taken seriously, or won't be taken into the importance that it needs to be taken into. So yeah, I feel that when people get a little bit of a taste of a strong person, right? They be like, oh, well, I know that you just gonna get up and keep going anyway. I know it really don't affect you. I know it really didn't affect you as much as it could have anyway, because you still trying, so it couldn't have been affecting you that much. Oh well, it is what it is. And then when you have kids with people, or sometimes even when it's family, we think that just because they have that title, that means that they have the title to be abusive and act any type of way they want to act, without without being accountable for what they did and how they treated people. So the point that I'm making is, if you have someone that is brave enough, right, to say, okay, well, this is what happened to me. This is how this person treated me. This is the thing. This is the situation that I'm going through. It hurts very bad. And I know people feel this. It hurts very bad when somebody can take the narcissistic abuse that's been inflicted on you and make it seem like it's small. I know that it's not small. I know that it's not small. It's very, very hard when someone takes the spiritual abuse that someone can inflict on you and treat it as if it's small. It's not small. It's very hard when you are looked at as, oh, well, I can do anything to you. I can say anything to you. I can treat you any type of way because nobody is going to believe you. And it's hard for people that actually speak out and tell their community what's actually going on with them and express themselves, to be open or even feel a sense of comfort within themselves when people don't really make it a seriousness when you're speaking about it as if it's serious. You could tell somebody, especially with women, and I know that for a long time we've been fighting for women's rights, right? But especially for women, like, you could tell somebody, oh, they stalking me. Somebody's stalking me. And they'll just brush it off. They'll be laughing. As if we don't know people that ended up in ditches. We are not good at catching the problem before it even become a problem. And I'm talking about all the way soon before, when they first say out their mouth, you know what? I don't think that this person is okay. And I think that I'm in danger, right? Even videos of people or women when they go to the police station and they say what's going on, and then the police don't really take it as a seriousness. And then, y'all ever seen the movie Enough? On Enough, she asked him, okay, I get a restraining order, and then what? The piece of paper is just supposed to protect me? But then, when something detrimental or bad happens, everybody's grieving. Or when you sit in somewhere, it could be less dire than that. When you sit in somewhere and you losing your mind, and you in the dark and you by yourself, and people rather talk about it or act like you did not already say what the problem and what the issue was and what was disturbing your peace and what was disturbing your spirit. They rather look over the point. The conversation, though, right, is we shouldn't be waiting until it's too late. And if you have a loved one or somebody that you care about, then I feel like it's really important to check on them, their safety, their well-being, their mentality, and their mindset. Also, let's stop thinking that them people wouldn't do that. People be thinking, oh, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't be like that. They wouldn't treat you like that. It's people that will literally treat you like that. It's people that have vendettas against single mothers, especially the ones that decided that they wasn't going to sit there and just take it and not hold it in, meaning I'm going to tell you the truth and I'm going to speak out about it, and I'm not going to stay around to be abused and victimized. People really do hate that. And we don't need to take it lightly if somebody is saying, no, this person is making me a victim. The reason why I say making me a victim is because I'm not in a victim mentality or victim mindset, but constant abuse, it's like grooming a mindset of victim mentality. So spiritually is a whole different story. We go get on that.